Alright, welcome back to another review. It's Samuel. We're back at again with another one of these reviews for January of 2023. And now everyone requests me to do a review on Man on Fire with Denzel Washington. And now, before this, I did a review, a topic talking about why I think Tony Scott is better than Ridley Scott. And I mentioned movies like Man on Fire, Enemy of the State, and Crimson Tide, etc. And I said that Tony Scott's a better director than Ridley Scott because he never really that made great films in his resume besides Alien and Blade Runner, and maybe other ones like American Gangster and Black Hawk Down. But anyways, now we're really going into the main one now of Tony Scott's film, which is Man on Fire. And I think this movie's alright because of a lot of reasons. We'll get to that soon. I did thought it was really good in like the beginning and the middle, but the ending, not so much. Not so much. I'm not a fan of the ending. But this movie is basically a remake, which a lot of people don't know that this is a remake of the 80s film Man on Fire with Scott Glenn. Scott Glenn is a not bad actor, but I heard the movie was terrible, the original one. And that's why Tony Scott remade that, and the other one, Pelham 123, where he called that one. That's also he did a remake on. He did two remakes, Man on Fire and Pelham 123. That's how you pronounce that other one, with John Travolta and also Denzel Washington, because Denzel Washington is his golden boy. Because most of Tony Scott's films it stars Denzel Washington. But anyways, yeah, of course Denzel Washington does a great job in this film. You know, I really enjoyed him as John Creasy, as the former CIA agent. I think he's a former CIA agent or FBI. I think it was CIA agent, I think. Let me go back and check real quick. I don't want to look like a fucking dumbass. Yeah, there we go. Former CIA operative. And also, like, what's his name? Christopher Walken decides to, like, yeah, Christopher Walken, he's in here. Funny. He hires, well, not really hires him. He gets him a job. He offers a job to Denzel Washington to protect this family. Also Dakota Fanning, you know, the daughter, you gotta protect her too, you know, bring her to school, this and that. He's the bodyguard for them, and this and that, you know. Wears these cool shades, his cool ass suit and shit, you know. And he starts to really bond with the child, Dakota Fanning. Really starts to bond with her and this and that, you know. Really starts to show a lot of friendship, help her, you know, win these swimming classes, you know, these swimming sports thing or something like that. You know, help her, you know, study her books, you know. The father is played by Mark Anthony. He's a singer, and he fucked Jennifer Lopez for 10 years. Yeah, he fucked her in the ass for like 10 years. Anyways, that's how he got this role. Anyways, also Mickey Rourke plays his attorney, Jordan. Yeah, Mickey Rourke's in here. It's odd seeing him play like a small role like this. But anyways, also Radha Mitchell, she plays the mother of Dakota Fanning in this film. And I see her in a lot of films. I don't know which, but I see her in a lot of films. Like I said, I'm not really crazy about this film. I mean, I like a lot of this action scenes in this movie. I really enjoy these action scenes where he goes to like revenge the girl, this and that. And before we get into like the whole plot, did you know that Hitman Absolution ripped off this movie? Because, you know, it's definitely the same plot. It's the same fucking plot. The girl gets kidnapped, and Agent 47 has to go look for her. Same with Man on Fire. Denzel Washington go looks for the girl. She gets kidnapped, but she's quote unquote dead. But he has to go find who did it. It's the same shit. Hitman Absolution ripped this movie off and made his own thing. Where's the girl? This and that. I did not like Hitman Absolution. I didn't like that video game. I think it's like one of the weakest games I ever played of Hitman. It is definitely one of the weakest in my opinion. Definitely one of the weakest because it's just Man on Fire meets Quentin Tarantino. And the reason why I said that, because they're trying to make like a bootleg Quentin Tarantino video game with all this F this, F that, all this swearing going on in this game. Fuck. Over and over again, all the dramatic, goofy comedy they got in here in that game. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this game? It's not Hitman. Agent 47 doesn't go around looking for a little girl. What the fuck kind of idea is that? He never does some stupid shit like that. The only he does, he goes on a mission, he goes there, and he takes out his fucking targets. That's the whole point of being a hitman in Hitman video games. That's the whole point. It's not about go look for a little girl and rescue her. That's not how. That's not what it's about. This is not the game's not Die Hard. Okay, this is not Die Hard the game. It's just Hitman, and like a lot of people got butthurt about it because I didn't like Hitman Absolution. I just don't like the game. What's the big deal? I don't like the story. I don't like these characters. He keeps swearing over and over again, like for no fucking reason. Like it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, which is it's like a bootleg Quentin Tarantino movie. It's like, oh my god, this game's so terrible. Like, oh, I got an idea. I got a perfect idea for a Hitman game. Let's change it around. Make Hitman go after this little girl instead of doing his regular job at taking out targets. Like, come on. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Go look for a little girl. Come on. That's not what he does. He's a fucking hitman. He goes out and fucking takes out targets in his mission and shit. That's not what he fucking does. But anyways, let's go back to this movie, alright? Let's just go back. So, this movie is basically about, like I said, John Creasy. He gets hired by this Hispanic dude to protect his family and protect his daughter. He's a bodyguard for them. And, like, the movie kind of drags for a little bit. It does. The movie does kind of drag. Because the whole beginning of the movie is basically about just John Creasy and a little girl bonding. That's the whole movie is about. Those two just bonding. The whole fucking 40 minutes of the whole fucking movie. 40 fucking minutes of them just bonding. 40 fucking minutes. They're just bonding. I was like, oh my god, where's the action scenes going to happen? Like, what the fuck? That's how I was. I mean, I enjoyed the scenes between those two. I really did. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty funny. Especially the part where this fucking bird make a lot of noise. It's like, "Brah! Brah!" And then fucking, Denzel Washington looks at it and he tosses out the window. It's like, get the fuck out of here. He just tosses it out the window. That shit was fucking hilarious. But like I said, like the movie drags, man. Like, kind of drags. But not like drags too much. Like that Blade Runner sequel. Oh god, Blade Runner sequel. I cannot stop talking about that garbage, dookie ass movie. But anyways, Tony Scott's way better than that motherfucker. Way miles better than that motherfucker. Anyways, then like 50 minutes later, John Creasy brings fucking Dakota Fanning to fucking piano class. And all of a sudden, these Mexicans shows out of nowhere and shoots Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington almost dies. And the girl gets kidnapped. And the Mexicans look for a ransom of fucking $10 million or something like that. And fucking the father runs around shirtless looking to drop off money in this dumpster or something like that. And the shit went backfired or something like that. And they make up this bullshit that they killed the daughter or something like that. Quote unquote killed her, but she's not actually dead. I guess they use her for like a slave around the house or something like that. Because they didn't get the money. I'm like I don't know. This story doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, that happened. Now everyone thinks the girl's dead. And Denzel Washington is in like the hospital. He's still recovering from getting shot. He almost died. And now he's going to get revenge for the little girl that they killed. Well, quote-unquote killed. So he goes around finding these motherfuckers, beating the shit out of them, killing them and shit. Sticking a bomb up some guy's ass. Like you see here in this picture right there. He stick a bomb up his ass. And then he walks away, he blows him up while he's in his underwear and shit. Blows his fat ass up. I thought that scene was pretty hilarious. I like most of these scenes, most of these action scenes that Denzel Washington does. It's pretty funny and it kicks ass. Then later on, he finds one of the Mexican guy's brother or something like that, and he torments him and shit. And he finally talks to the main guy who has the girl or something like that. And he's like, the girl is still alive. I'll give you the girl, but it has to be a life for a life. What you mean is that Denzel Washington has to get the little girl and give him back the brother, and Denzel has to sacrifice himself for the little girl. And he dies in the car. He dies. You know, this ending scene reminds me of the movie The Book of Eli. It definitely does. Reminds me of the ending of Book of Eli. The Book of Eli ending is worse than this ending, but still, I hate when Denzel Washington gets killed off. I mean, I understand like the movie Training Day. I understand because he was a fucking an asshole in that movie. He was a bad guy in there. But these movies like this and Book of Eli, it's just like, what the fuck? Why did he fucking kill these guys or something? I don't get it. He just dies in the car and that's it. The movie ends. Like, are you fucking kidding me? The dude sacrificed himself for the kid and he just dies? What the fuck? What kind kind of fucking ending is that? Just like it's like the Book of Eli. I'm like, what? Oh God, these fucking endings, these Denzel Washington movies. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? He does all this shit and he sacrifices himself and he just dies. Get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, also the father kills himself because he did all that shit on purpose because he was tired of that kid or something like that. Tired of that daughter or whatever the hell it is. He was just tired of that kid or something like that. Some weird shit. I don't know. It's just I'm not really crazy about this movie. It's all right. I like the action scenes mostly. That's like the best part of the movie is the action scenes. And I did enjoy him bonding with the child. I did enjoy that also, but the ending sucks. Oh yeah, Mickey Rourke dies because I don't know. He gets his head chopped off, and this dead body is floating in the pool where Denzel Washington goes look for him at. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Okay. And this movie's like what, 2 hours 26 minutes. I mean, as long as it's not like 2 hours and 40 minutes or something like the Blade Runner sequel. I'm sorry, I cannot stop talking about that shit. I just can't. Stop talking about that fucking movie. It sucks. It's awful. But people praise that movie like it's one of the best movies of all time of 2017. I'm like, why are you fucking kidding me? Even Central Intelligence is better than that movie. I think that came out the same year, right? Central Intelligence. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's pretty good. Well, anyways, yeah, Man on Fire. It's all right. It's all right movie. I just think the ending sucked. He just fucking dies at the end. Just like fucking Book of Eli. He just dies. But the Book of Eli ending is worse. A lot worse than Man on Fire ending. Oh God, Book of Eli. That shit was terrible. The low budget ass shit. Especially the scene when they're shooting that house looks so fucking trash. Oh God, fucking Book of Eli looks so fucking garbage. All those scenes look so fucking garbage. But anyways, yeah, Man on Fire. It's alright movie. Because the ending sucked balls. That's why I think this movie's alright. If the ending didn't suck, I would probably say this movie's one of the best movies of all time. But that ending ruined it for me. Here's my ideas, alright? Here's my ideas for the ending. A. Denzel Washington and the Mexicans all die. They all have a shootout and they all die. That's the ending. B. Denzel Washington kills all the bad guys and tosses all their bodies and sets them on fire in a car and they all blow up in the car. And he watches them blow up in the car. That's B. Those right there are better than the ending they had in this movie.